Brent Catlett from the TT4T team, and this is part one of two videos on creating Google Forms with the new interface that Google has recently rolled out. So I'm in my Drive here, and if you go along the left hand side, click on the Create button. One of your options, the fourth one down, is Form. If you click on that, it fires you up a new tab, and you'll notice right away it'll ask you to title up your form here. So I'm going to just call this a test. And then I can choose from one of the themes here that I want as a possible background. In the past there used to be more, so you might notice that if you've been in here recently that there are not as many as there used to be. So I can select the one that I want and then say OK, and now that's good to go. You can always change that later. So in here now you'll notice this looks kind of a lot like Google Docs, and it looks very different than it did in the past, but it basically works the same, and there's some cool new features. So let's get started. First thing I go here is question type. So maybe in this first question I want to ask, what is your name? And I want that to be a text question. So you'll notice here I have different options of paragraph text, multiple choice, checkboxes, choose from list, scale, and grid. Those are all the same as they were in the past. I'm going to choose text on this one. I'm also going to require the question. So if you do want the answer from whomever you're giving the form to, you want to make sure to do that. Otherwise they could get past this question without answering it. Now you'll notice my first question is done. How do I get another one? I just would click here and I could come in and add an item. So say I want to do multiple choice on this, and I want to say choose two people. And this is a cool new feature that I really like. Let's say I have a spreadsheet of some names, and I come over to that spreadsheet, highlight those names of some famous people I have here, go back to my form, come inside my options of the multiple choice, and I can paste it in, and now all those names come in instead of me having to type them all in and say done. And that is a really fabulous new feature, copy and paste right into there. You'll notice too down at the bottom here I have my confirmation page at the end, and some of my options there are to show link to submit another response. So maybe I want to uncheck that if I don't want people to do it more than once. I could publish and show a link to the results of this form if I wanted to, and I could also allow responders to edit responses after submitting. So that's a new feature, and perhaps I want to do that, so I would checkbox that. Then one of the other features that I really like is in a domain atmosphere like I have in Bellevue Public Schools. Up here at the top it gives me two options. One says require Bellevue Public Schools login to view this form, and automatically collect respondents' Bellevue Public Schools username. So if I'm giving this quiz to kids, for example, I might want to automatically grab that stuff so I could use Flubaroo to grade it and then email them those grades. Or if I just want to have that information. Don't have to, I can uncheck it or check it. It just depends on what I want to do, and that's a nice feature to have in a Google atmosphere, Google Apps Red atmosphere. So that might be something to investigate as well. So there you have it. This is kind of the new and improved interface of Google Forms. Come back to watch part 2 here, and we'll go over some other awesome features that we haven't even touched on yet.